And good morning, good morning, and welcome to the Major Employment Investment Project Approval Commission meeting. I will be serving as chair for this meeting until the election of an officer and vice chair of this first business meeting of the calendar year. And so with that, Kendra, could you please call the roll?
Yes, ma'am, Madam Chair. Delegate Austin?
Present.
Delegate Ware?
Here.
Delegate Watts?
Here.
Delegate Krizik?
Present.
Delegate Bulova?
Here.
Delegate Sickles? Delegate Torian?
Here.
Senator Stewart?
Here.
Senator Eben? Senator Deeds?
Present.
Senator Locke?
Here.
Senator Lucas?
Here.
Secretary Cummings?
Here.
Secretary Merrick?
Here.
Madam Chair, you have a quorum.
Thank you. The purpose of today's meeting is to review and recommend for approval the financing of two proposed economic development projects for the Commonwealth and the second extension request of one active project. The two incentive packages require MEI Commission review under subsection 30-309 of the Code of Virginia because they each include combined incentives that exceed $10 million. The second extension request also requires MEI review under the code provisions. Before we go into closed session to hear the details of the proposed incentive packages, the election of a chair and vice chair is in order. Okay, the commission's authorizing statute provides for the election of a chair and vice chair annually, and I will now accept nominations for the chair at this time.
Senator Lucas, I would like to nominate Senator Luis Lucas as chair of the MEI Commission.
Oh my, that was a quick second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Well, I thank you. I look forward to serving the MEI Commission over the next year as its chair. I will now accept nominations for vice chair at this time, and I would like to place into nomination the name of Delegate Luke Torian for that role. Second. I hear a second quickly. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Congratulations, Mr. Vice Chair.
Madam Chair, congratulations.
Thank you. But before we go into closed session, I'd like to yield to Delegate Sickles, who has some information he'd like to share with us.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I've been on MEI a couple years now, and the VEDP staff does a great job of bringing detailed projects to us that have been thoroughly reviewed, and we take a technical look at those. But I want to say that in the last year, something happened that was I would consider politicization of this process, because there was a motion made at MEI. And I want to read that motion. It says, I move the MEI Project Approval Commission recommend the Commonwealth's pursuit of Project Potter with further details of the incentive package to be considered by the 2024 General Assembly. This recommendation applies to an entertainment-anchored mixed-use development in Plain District 8. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know who would vote against that. It giving us permission to pursue something. I mean, we didn't really need to give VEDP permission to pursue something, but what I was objecting to is the point that was made, the talking point over and over, that they got unanimous consent from our commission for this project, and no one knew what the resolution was. I mean, almost anyone, I don't know who would vote against that. So I just don't want to have that kind of campaign work done in this committee again, Madam Chairman. That's my personal opinion. And every time I heard that on the radio, we had 100% unanimous consent from MEI Commission. I said, well, would you please read the resolution? You never get to that part. And I've said my piece. Thanks, Madam Chairman.
Well, I thank you very much. Turn my mic on. I thank you very much for sharing that information with us, Delegate Sickles, because a lot of us kind of thought that was the case and didn't know that was the case, but now you verified it for us, and I thank you.
Thank you.
For the commission to consider two proposed incentive packages and the potential for new jobs and capital investment associated with the unannounced projects, it will be necessary to meet in closed session. Senator Locke, I believe you have a motion.
Yes, ma'am. I move that the MEI Project Approval Commission convene in a closed session to discuss a previously unannounced manufacturing facility project in Planning District 11 and a previously unannounced manufacturing facility expansion project in Planning District 8. The closed session is authorized pursuant to subdivision A5 of section 2.2-3711 and subdivision A39 of section 2.2-3711. Pursuant to section 2.2-3712F of the Code of Virginia, the commission also requests that council and staff attend because it believes that their presence will reasonably aid the commission in its consideration of the topic that is subject of this closed meeting.
Is there a second to Senator Locke's motion?
Second.
There's a motion and a second that we go into closed session, and so at this moment, we'll pause and allow others to, well, I do need to get I do need you all to say either aye or nay. All in favor?
Aye.
Yes. Okay. Wait.
The Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Senate Committee Room, 1300. This is the Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia.
Is there a second? There's a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, we're about to come out of closed session. Now, do I need to call for the closed session certification? Okay. Stephen?
Madam Chair, Commission members, do you certify that to the best of your knowledge, only matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements and identified in the closed meeting motion were discussed in the closed session? Delegate Austin?
Yes.
Delegate Ware?
Yes.
Delegate Watts?
Yes.
Delegate Krizek?
Yes.
Delegate Bulova?
Yes.
Delegate Sickles?
Yes.
Vice Chair Torian?
Yes.
Senator Stewart?
Yes.
Senator Eben?
Yes.
Senator Deeds? Senator Locke? Madam Chair?
Yes.
Secretary Cummings?
Yes.
Secretary Merrick? Madam Chair, it's so certified.
Thank you so much. I will now ask Senator Locke for a motion related to the first incentive package reviewed by the MEI Commission in the closed session.
Madam Chair, I move that the MEI Project Approval Commission recommend for approval by the General Assembly the incentive package from the Commonwealth of Virginia as described to the Commission this day by the Virginia Economic Development Partnership Authority and per the Commission's discussion in closed session. This recommendation includes a proposed incentive package applying to a manufacturing facility project in Planning District 11.
Is there a second? Thank you, Vice Chair Torian. Stevens, would you please call the roll?
Sure, Madam Chair. Delegate Austin?
Aye.
Delegate Ware?
Aye.
Delegate Watts? Delegate Krizek? Delegate Bulova? Delegate Sickles? Vice Chair Torian? Senator Stewart? Senator Eben? Senator Deeds? Senator Locke?
Aye.
Madam Chair,
Aye.
the
I
vote
will now
passes.
ask Senator Locke for a motion related to the second incentive package reviewed by the MEI Commission in closed session.
Madam Chair, I move that the MEI Project Approval Commission recommend for approval by the General Assembly the incentive package from the Commonwealth of Virginia as described to the Commission this day by the Virginia Economic Development Partnership Authority and per the Commission's discussion in closed session. This recommendation includes a proposed incentive package applying to a manufacturing facility expansion project in Planning District 8.
Is there a second?
Second.
There's a second. First of all, I'll ask Stephen if you would call the roll.
Madam Chair, Delegate Austin?
Aye.
Delegate Ware? Delegate Watts? Delegate Krizek? Delegate Bulova? Delegate Sickles? Vice Chair Torian? Senator Stewart? Senator Eben? Senator Deeds? Senator Locke? Madam Chair,
Aye.
the vote passes.
Thank you. Explanation of the extension rate. Okay, let me go here. I think I'm gonna ask Jason L. Kuby with the Virginia Economic Development Partnership Authority will now explain the second extension request.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Madam Chair. So one of the provisions of the Code of Virginia is that VDP has the ability to basically extend the performance period of most incentive packages by a relatively short period of time so that projects have a little bit more time if they get into sort of a hiccup, which is, common, supply chain challenges, COVID, et cetera. The VDP board under the Code of Virginia has the authority to do that for a first extension. It's typically for 15 to 18 months. If a company requests any extension beyond a first extension, so a second, third, fourth, whatever, it has to be approved both by the VEDP board and also by MEI. This is what you're seeing here. So this is a second extension request for Compass data centers in Loudoun County. This extension request has already been approved by the VDP board and is brought to you for consideration. So This is a company that established an MOU for this facility back in July of 2019. Their original performance date was July of 2022. Like many data center projects, the threshold for qualifying for the benefits of the sales and use tax exemption was $150 million in CapEx and the creation of 50 jobs paying at least $98,000 per year and change. This is a company that was severely impacted by supply chain challenges during the COVID-19 pandemic, construction materials, as well as some of their equipment and peripherals. Again, they requested that an extension in their performance period that was approved by the VDP board, and that gave them until January of 2024. Because of those delays, they are just still a little bit behind on their job creation requirement relative to the thresholds of the Code of Virginia. They have substantially exceeded on the capital investment side. They're now at more than $600 million, so more than 4 times that $150 million threshold. They've also created several jobs. They're 76% of the way towards that 50 job minimum. They just need a little bit more time to hit that. Just given the delays, it kind of pushed back everything. So we're bringing this to you as a proposed second extension for MEI approval. Happy to answer any questions.
Questions by any member of the committee? Delegate Bulova?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I guess, Jason, the part that I want to hone in on that I think makes me feel comfortable with this is that very last bullet, which is our extending the period of performance imposes no additional liability on the Commonwealth of Virginia, correct?
That is true.
Okay, thank you.
Further questions by members of the committee? Senator Locke, I believe you have a motion for the second extension request.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move that the MEI Project Approval Commission approve the second extension request as described to the Commission this day by the Virginia Economic Development Partnership Authority for Compass Data Centers.
A second? Second. There's a second. Now, I ask Stephen if you would please call the roll.
Delegate Austin. Aye. Delegate Ware.
Yes.
Delegate Watts. Aye. Delegate Krizek.
Aye.
Delegate Bulova.
Aye.
Delegate Sickles.
Aye.
Vice Chair Torian.
Aye.
Senator Stewart.
Aye.
Senator Eben.
Aye.
Senator Deeds.
Yes.
Senator Locke.
Aye.
Madam Chair.
Aye.
The ayes have it.
Thank you. Is there any further business to come before the committee? Well, that went rather smoothly. Committee shall adjourn.
The Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia.